We now know that more than half of the illegal immigrants camped out in Del Rio, Texas over the past few weeks were released into the United States by DHS, which shouldn't surprise you if you've been paying attention to this show, for example. We told you this is going to happen. Now we have reports thousands more ahead of the U.S. Mexico border, so can we expect a repeat of the crisis in the immediate future? Joining me now is resident fellow in law and policy at the Center for Immigration Studies, Art Arthur. Art, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Buck.
So, looks like the reports that a lot of these illegal immigrants were released in the United States going to attract more illegal immigrants. We missing anything with that?
No, that's exactly what happens and what has been happening this year. The Biden administration has been engaged in a policy not even of catch and release, but catch, release, and disperse throughout the United States of migrants apprehended at the southwest border. And as you noted, it's just going to continue and get worse.
Now, can you just talk me through how this went? So for the Haitian, they're Haitian origin, but coming from Brazil, Chile, right? So there's some complicating factors there. But for the Haitians who showed up at the U.S. Mexico border, had they entered into America, and then what were the determining factors about whether, when they were processed, why is it that thousands were let in? I mean, Mayorkas is saying the law was applied. Well, how was the law applied? I mean, essentially, Art, how are they gaming the system?
They're gaming the system by coming to the United States the way they have been in the last few years. They're coming with children. And if they come with children or they claim they're pregnant, then they're going to be released from custody. So it appears that the 2,000 or so migrants who were returned back to Haiti, a country they probably haven't been in a while, were returned because they were single adult males. That's been the criteria that they've been using. And it looks like the Biden administration simply released the rest of them into the United States with a notice to report, not even a notice to appear, not even a court date. They simply got their names and told them to show up at the local ICE office in 60 days.
Yeah, so wait, explain that to everybody. Notice to report versus notice to appear. I mean, I saw a stat today that the immigration courts are backlogged by 1.4 million cases, but we're not even talking about a notice to appear, which would be before a judge, a notice to report. Can you just make some sense of that for everybody?
Yes, a notice to appear is an actual legal document, and it has legal effect. If an alien fails to show up at a court hearing, and the date will show up on the notice to appear, then they're ordered removed, and they're removable from the United States. If they're given a notice to report, I don't even think they're entered into DHS's databases. They're simply given a piece of paper that has their name on them, and once they show up at an ICE office, only then will they be given an A number, which is a 12-digit, 9-digit number, and be given a court date. But until that happens, DHS probably won't know they're here, and they can just disappear into the system, and we'll never know anything else about them.
Would it be, Art, I mean, you know the law aspects of this very well, so I want to sort of run through some scenarios here and really try to get to what's happening. I mean, is it in the Biden administration's power to tell the people that are showing up at the border in this manner, we're just not letting you in? I mean, is there a way they could do that? They could legally justify that? Or because of our current asylum system, is there really no legal authority to just say you're not coming into America?
Well, and that really touches on the fundamental point, Buck. All of them are supposed to be detained. Section 235 of the Immigration Nationality Act doesn't even suggest mandates the detention of every alien seeking admission to the United States, which means every one of these individuals is supposed to be detained. If the Biden administration actually did detain them, I can guarantee you that illegal immigration would dry up tomorrow. We'd be talking about a handful, a few thousand aliens apprehended entering the United States illegally. But even then, under Title 42 authority, under orders issued by the CDC in response to the pandemic, the Biden administration could simply turn all of them back to Mexico, or alternatively, Border Patrol vessels in the Rio Grande, which we share with Mexico, could deter them from entering the United States. They'd never make it here. Neither one of those things has occurred. So there's no detention. Most of these people were not removed under Title 42, and there were no efforts whatsoever to stop them from reaching the shores of the Rio Grande and Del Rio, Texas.